When I stepped into a football field, a national football field, I said, I don't just want to be an average player. I want to be one of the great ones. One of the ones that I have young kids growing up to me and say, I want to be like Ray Lewis.
But it's one thing they can never take away from us. We the best ever right now. This city is what love is all about. This stadium, for 17 years, I gave everything I had. I left it all on the field.
If you don't ever do nothing else, take a walk in that city and see what type of love you feel from that city. What we did will last forever because it's impossible for it to ever fade because of the memories.
Your legacy is going to live in the Hall of Fame forever.
I'm going to represent this gold jacket because greatness don't stop once you understand it's a lifestyle.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight as we celebrate Baltimore football gold standard, gold jacket standard, talking about Ray Lewis. Thanks for being with us tonight for the Ray Lewis Hall of Fame celebration. What a career, 17 years. No one has ever worn a Ravens uniform as long or as well as number 52. Ray Lewis, 2 Super Bowls, 2 defensive MVPs, and the man who elevated everyone around him. Statistically, unequaled. Emotionally, unrivaled. And in terms of his impact, well, that started with game number 1 back in 1996 at Memorial Stadium when we learned in a hurry the influence Ray could have on the outcome of a football game.
One of the greatest moments I will ever remember in Baltimore's history is in Memorial Stadium, the first day. I remember walking around the locker room and I remember telling Eric Turner, rest in peace, him and Stephon Moore, I remember saying, no matter what, we could never lose the first game. No matter what happens, we must finish this game. And I think they were really shocked that my culture and my mindset was, we're not losing. Like, no, this is not an option. What are we doing? Like, we're not even thinking about that. And I remember, starting as a rookie and doing what I do, just running around. And I remember a big play, Ricky Dudley tries to out and up, and the quarterback tries to squeeze it in there. And just so happened, me and his hand touched the ball at the same time. And I had enough leverage to lean back and rip the ball away from him. And I'm looking at him, I'm saying, oh my gosh. Like, and honestly in my mind, I'm like, wow, college was kind of challenging, but if I could take more balls like this, I'd be around for a long time. So it was like that moment, and then when you see the crowd, when you see what started to happen, man, there was a motivation, there was a movement that started to happen, and I'm telling you, to be a part of something new I think it's probably one of the greatest rewards of my career.
Coming up, we take a look at Ray Lewis's football career before he stepped into the national spotlight.
Well, my name is Ray, and I'm here to say I'm the football player who loves to play. Every time I get the ball, I'm running tall. Just me and my blockers and the football. Like Herb Van Winkle, I'm a galloping ghost. I can go 95 from coast to coast. Whenever I'm loose, you will have to choose. Get sacked, ran over, a kick with my shoes. From goal to goal, pole to pole, running faster than lightning, too hot to be cold. Running through the grass, intercepting a pass, make a tough running back fall on his ass. Too hot to trot, too hot to hold, too sweet to be sour, too young to be old.
Riding and rapping with Ray Lewis.
Giving new meaning to a player who can do it all. Welcome back to a celebration of Ray Lewis's Hall of Fame career. 1996 marked the start of Ray's NFL career, but you have to go back further in history to see that first football impact, back to his high school days, Kathleen High School in Lakeland, Florida, where Ray Lewis fell under the positive influence of a football coach who would put him on the right track, a track, as we now know, would end in Canton, Ohio.
Kathleen High School. This is where it all started. I was just an old country boy around here with an old coach who
was gonna make sure that you was gonna be to practice. Me and him went through so much together, even with the SAT scores. When I wasn't doing right, I was out doing whatever. And he came to me, he said, you know what? You need to buckle down and you need to take this test. I wasn't raised with my father, so when my coach can come to me and talk to me as a man, at the same time discipline me to the point of saying, okay, you slipping a little bit here. You need to do this, you need to do that. There's too much respect already gained. When I walked out of the locker room, everywhere right here was crowded. Everybody screaming, Baby Ray, and then you got Ray Lewis coming out on the field. And when I came out on the field, my crowd went crazy, and it was time to play ball.
In the pocket, now moves over, and picked off. Ray Lewis has it.
This is what I told people about Ray. See, I never had to say, Ray, when you enter those gates, you got to give 100%. See, he brought his lunch pail every day. It kind of scared me a little bit. I had to slow the defense down sometime. I'd say, hey, okay, let me get a look. No, you didn't have to tell that. He was a leader, you know, and everybody wanted to be like Ray.
Everybody would just be waiting for Ray to do something, no matter what it was, offense or defense.
He always would tell me, Coach, I'm not only a linebacker, I can run the football. I said, oh, yeah, Ray.
Our starting running back got hurt, and I went to him, I said, Coach, you know, don't run our quarterback. I said, run me. And he was like, huh? You know, you ain't gonna be tired, are you? Just put me in. Just toss me the ball.
I called a tailback trap to Ray. Quick trap, hit it and go. And boy, he went 81 yards. His senior year, he ran back kickoff return, punt return.
My best one was probably against Tampa Jesuit. We were down with like 1:30 left. I went 85 yards to win the game, and that put us in the playoffs.
We're in Winter Haven, and I called a blitz. I watched Ray go up in the middle. He got hung up, came out, and made the tackle on the sideline. That's called having a nose for the football.
And that guidance Ray received throughout high school helped turn him into a football beacon that would light the way for many of the football peers he would play with throughout his career. Let's hear from former players and coaches on that magic that Ray Lewis was to them.
Ray's Ray. I mean, he's a phenomenal player, best linebacker I've ever had play behind me. Very energetic individual, and he deserves, you know, Hall of Fame, and that's just a given for him. I don't even, you know, I think everybody feels that way.
He's the best, I think, the best inside linebacker in the history of the NFL, and then that's a fact. I don't think it's an opinion about that.
When it comes to Hall of Fame, you have to define the position. What did you do to help define the position? And Ray, in today's game, did just that. You cannot tell the story of the NFL over that period of time that Ray was in the league without mentioning Ray Lewis. That defines a Hall of Famer.
If you think of a linebacker in that generation, you know, I think the first person anybody would say in the country would be Ray Lewis.
He had always had the intensity. You know, he was a student of the game and always came prepared for the game. So his intensity and enthusiasm that he played and the passion that he played with was unprecedented.
Great, he could run, you know, he could jump, he could tackle, he's smart, but it was that energy and the passion he had for the game on the sidelines in practice. And I marveled at, honestly, even in my prime as a player, I didn't understand where he got that from. I wish I had it, but he had that special ability to always be running at full cylinder in any part of the season.
When I would fumble, he would come up to me and say, Jay, I got you. I'm gonna get this ball back. Don't worry about it, because I was a younger guy, you know, I didn't want to get cut. And fumbling is the quickest way to, you know, get released from the team. And just when you know someone has your back like that, it's just, you know, it's just a big aid. And I think that whole group, the year that we won the Super Bowl, you know, we were so close as like a family, and we just thrived upon that. And of course, Ray Lewis, the leader, you know, he's just the best, man.
He took me in when I came here in my first year in 1998. Amazing guy, you know, we used to do Bible study together at his house. Hang out together, of course, and of course play together. So if I ever needed an inspirational guy to lean on, I can always turn to Ray. And that's the type of guy he was.
In that 2000 season, and the team was obviously phenomenal defensively in what it was able to do, and going for the shutout record, We were playing Cleveland, and they weren't very good, and we were playing in Baltimore. So my guys really, they were feeling it. They knew this was going to be a shutout. Well, first series, Cleveland Browns come out with Spurgeon win and go 84 yards for a touchdown. So we're all kind of shocked, and as the defense is coming off, I'm kind of going to go over there and do my head coaching thing. And Ray's the first one off, and he says, "Don't say a thing, I've got it." So I just kind of step out of the way, and okay, Ray's got this one. We gave up 84 yards in the first drive. We gave up 114 yards total on the day. It was an unbelievable performance. I don't know what he said, but it certainly got the guys' attentions.
It was an absolute honor to play with him, pleasure to play with him. And it's just a good feeling playing and knowing that you have a linebacker who's actually going to be pretty much 100% there every time you mess up. He's got your back, so that's rare.
Coming up, we take you back to Ray Lewis, full impact, field level, microphone on. Get set, you're going to love this.
The Ray Lewis Hall of Fame special is brought to you by M&T Bank, proud to be the official bank of your Baltimore Ravens. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Verizon, the official wireless voice, internet, and cable service provider of the Baltimore Ravens.
Welcome back to our celebration of Ravens Hall of Famer Ray Lewis. By now you have seen the impact Ray Lewis had throughout his Ravens history, but to really appreciate the value he brought to a game, you also have to hear the impact he has. So tonight we take you back to 2006. The Ravens were off to a 3-0 start. The San Diego Chargers coming to Baltimore. Nobody believing the Ravens could start off 4-0. Nobody but Ray Lewis, who quickly spread the word of how good this defense was.
What time is it? What time is it? It doesn't have. It doesn't have. What time is it? What time is it? It doesn't have. It doesn't have. Let's hunt. Let's go. They in our house. They in our house. They in our house. It's a certain mentality you take when they're in your house. Let's go. Let's go this month. Let's go. Let's go. This idea now. Let's go.
You got it too high. Okay, you guys want to kill people out there. It's not about that. It's about being effective, playing your technique, playing with fundamentals, rap, and you will get your shot on 21. I promise you.
We're very aggressive. So, like, we was trying to set the tone early, you know, and by saying that, we was trying to get a hit on LT to really let them know what type of game it was going to be. And that's what DT was saying. Slow down, let the game come to you, and then let's just do what we do. Outside of a couple plays, as you see, as we settled in, things start to really, work in our favor.
Let's go, D. Hey, let's go get it back right now. We done seen everything, man.
Everything they got.
Let's go do what we do.
That's the script. That's it.
Hey, let's go do what we do. Let's go. Yeah. Let's make them play football now. Let's make them play football right now. Go this way, boy. Hey.
Bar Scott is playing the best football I've seen in a long time. He loves football, man. I love to play beside somebody like that. He's so fiery. I guess I can see a lot of resemblance in myself. I love playing beside him.
Get on me, Raymond!
They run it like 3 or 4 times out of different personnel groups and formations. Got it. Okay? You got to pay attention to that.
What did you get in there?
Okay? Because they can't get that, he's going to throw the ball right there.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Got it. All right, come Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Get off the field. Get off the field. Get off the field.
Our crowd, man, our crowd is everything to us. It's everything to us. And as you can see, even during my plays, the louder my crowd gets, the louder they get, the better I play. It goes hand in hand.
Let's go! Let's go! Listen, if he get up on the center, he gonna try to quick count us. All right? He got to quick count us. He gonna count you. Let's go!
We got to make him play football. Right, like right now, all they happy with is that they up. You see what I'm saying? They're not. They had one drive on us. Game over after that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why we got to go and score. Once we score, he gonna have to throw the football. All right? But it's on us fullbackers. It's on us fullbackers. You understand? We are the core. We are the heartbeat. If this man run the ball, he's done.
We got to be the difference in this field position, all right? We got to be the difference, man. It's on us to make another play. It's on us to make another play. Watch out.
A first down there. Kading at the 30-yard line, 40-yard field goal. It is no good.
Hey, that's the turning point of the game. That's the turning point of the game. That's the turning point of the game.
So when they missed that field goal, you saw everybody kind of drop their heads. The sideline kind of, went kind of dry. That's when I was like, this is it. This is it. This is the turning point right here. All we have to do is make sure they don't score another point on defense and we win this ball game. So that was definitely one of the biggest turning points, and you definitely can always sense that.
Bottom line is, championship football is, we got to make another play. What's hard about that? What's hard about that, huh? That's what we built for, right? That's why we in games. Let's go. They didn't come just to lay down. You know it's me. As we see, we got to give them good field position. Let's go. Hey, boy, you know it's me. You know it's me. It's me, LT. It's me, LT. You know it's me.
It's funny that I said it that many times. It's just me, LT. It's just something I like to do to, kind of get in their head to let them know no matter what cut or move they make that I'm still going to be around them somewhere, after they think they made a big play.
Cyphers will hold at the 52. He bobbles the snap, and the Ravens have a loose ball.
Hey! Take off with them. Let's go. Let's go.
These boys ain't got enough for us, man. We gonna win it. Homeboy, without a shadow of a doubt, we gonna win it.
Let's go win the damn game. Let's go win the game.
Two receivers near side. He has time. Pumps once. Now he steps up in the pocket. He's going to run the ball. 30-yard line, 25-yard line.
Come on, Mac 9. I just told him, I said, they're going to blitz you every time. But it's always an open side that's going to be open on the blitz. Run away from the blitz.
Man, that crowd is loud. Oh, that crowd is so loud. At this point in the game, you couldn't even hear yourself think. That's how loud the crowd was. Our crowd, man. Baltimore is a very hard place to play in. Wow, this city. There's nothing like that crowd.
Let's go. Let's go. This is what we built on. This is what we built for, homeboy. Let's go. Let's go.
Guarding against the end zone, and here comes the Hail Mary. Prayer time for Rivers. He's sacked from behind, and the ball game is over.
Yeah! Get this up, man! Get this up, man! We 4-0. Get this up!
I would define greatness as the person realizing at that moment, at this moment, the greatest opportunity in the world is today. That's greatness. And That's what that was when you go 4-0. Now, taking greatness to another level is going 5-0, but it won't happen unless you start with today. And that's what greatness is, man. Greatness is capturing that opportunity to say, I have nothing else left but today.
Coming up, the Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Famer. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed sit down to discuss their time together as Ravens.
I think Ray Lewis exemplifies what it means to be a Raven. And we talked to our team about what it means to play like a Raven. He's hardworking, he's tough-minded, and he's humble. And by choosing to stay a Baltimore Raven, he's made a decision to have a career-spanning impact on a football team and a community. And to me, that's a humble and a very giving decision. And we've talked about this so many times. And I think, you know, what it means to be a man, or what it means to have a legacy, and what Ray's talking about doing here in terms of his legacy is something that goes beyond just a football career. But he's doing something. He's choosing to take his extraordinary gifts as a football player and use them to uplift others. And I think that's what Ray's all about. And we talked about that a lot. And that's what I'm so proud of. And I'm proud to be fortunate enough to be the coach when this has happened. So, like we were joking about before, it's time to put press conferences behind us after we get done here, right? Absolutely. And go to work and build a championship.
Welcome back to the Ray Lewis Hall of Fame special. Throughout his 17-year career, Ray Lewis, when asked to reflect on his impact, usually said, "There'll be time for that later." Well, later has finally arrived. Back in June, we had a chance to travel down to Florida and sit down with Ray Lewis and his former teammate, future Hall of Famer Ed Reed, as they had a chance to ponder the impact they had not only on the Ravens, but the game of football and the NFL.
Sugar and quick.
Go back like 4
My man.
You know it,
My
bro.
man.
We probably need a cigar right now.
We do. We do. The perfect setting would have been a cigar right now.
No
you
doubt.
know what I'm saying? I'm
No
telling
doubt.
you.
No doubt.
Bro, can you imagine where we are now and where we started from in 2002 when you got to Baltimore?
I knew it was gonna be special.
Tell me.
You know, we came from Miami.
Right.
And we was already in the training mentality, but I'm like, dude, my boy is eating right here. Oh, I know this is gonna be something real.
Yeah.
And what that turned into after.
Yeah. I think what amazed me was watching you in college, right? And the run you boys had in college, right? To put the U back where it was. And then I'm sitting there at home and you get drafted to Baltimore.
Yeah.
And the year before, I had just lost one of the greatest players I've ever played with was Rod Wilson.
Right. Yep. I remember that.
And I lose Rod, and Ozzie brings in Ed Reed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there saying, do he know, or do the people know what just happened? Now, this is what's crazy to me, bro, about where our friendship went from there. When you go back in the history books, Baltimore, wherever you want to call out, the only players in NFL history to ever go back-to-back defensive players from the same team.
Yeah.
From where we started our training from. In 2003, I win it. 2004, Ed Reed win it.
Yeah.
That's when I sat back, and I never forget when we sat there and I said, bro, we just done something that nobody has ever done in history. If you fast forward quick, I just got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, big brother.
When you hit me, I said, you next.
Mm-hmm.
The same back-to-back formula.
Yeah.
The same thing that we were trying to tell these kids on what a legacy looks like. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you as a man, as a brother, like, I played with a lot of dudes that I call great teammates. But my man, I'm telling you something. I was invincible when I had 20 behind me. Yeah. Bro, what we did in Baltimore, the days we had, and when we started getting our swagger going, you know, we always created it from Miami. Mm-hmm. And when we started creating that, then the vision became clear. We need a ring together.
Yeah.
Before you go, I never forget you say, bro, before you go, we gotta get a ring together.
Yeah.
I would love to see another duo more dominant than 52 and 20. the years that we had our run.
No doubt.
Right? And so, man, I just think when I reflect now, because that's what you do when you go in the hall, right? You reflect on every moment, on what those moments looked like, what those moments felt like. We lost in 2011, but I'll never forget that locker room. And I remember looking at you and I said, we're gonna be back here, the same place.
Yeah.
This time we're gonna finish this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shit, we wanted it for the team.
We wanted it for the team.
I knew that tradition that we had from Miami was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I knew your standard.
Yeah.
I don't think many people knew that.
Right.
Or even when they did know, they just didn't have that work ethic that we came from. That's what separated us. Those days in Miami.
Yeah.
That came with me to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember somebody asking me, how is it you and Ray in the same locker room? You know, y'all both leaders, that's going, you vocal, he vocal. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, nah, that's big bro.
Right.
You know, I remember the days, I mean, I'm at your house, sleeping, watching tape.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was a pup. And I remember sitting on your stairs one night before I left, and you know, outside of telling me to just believe and trust what you watch on tape, you know, is, man, you gotta work hard. You know, drink your gallon of water. You got a gallon of water in front of you right now. I remember that. It's the little things that's gonna make you great.
Mm-hmm.
It's the little things that's gonna help us win a championship. So I was just storing that stuff up,
Yeah.
you know, for when my time, should I say, to be a leader.
Yeah.
I can't say I didn't foresee us, you know, winning a championship. I can't say I didn't foresee us.
Yeah, me either.
Being some of the greats, because I knew my work ethic.
Yeah.
And I already knew what you was doing to some degree until I really knew, and then I was like, oh, this is no brainer. And it's gonna be trouble if we get certain pieces around us. And when I remember when Joe Flacco came, and you probably remember, we called the blitz against Joe, and instead of Joe reading it or throwing the interception, Joe took the ball, took a snap, and threw it straight into the wall. We was like, we got something. We got the quarterback we need. You know, so, and that Super Bowl year, I don't think nobody ever truly believed, I mean, outside of the focus that we had leading up to it, how we worked out, the reps, how we pushed each other every day, that had already happened.
Mm-hmm.
So Super Bowl year, every practice, every week, every month, all the way up until the Super Bowl, we did the same exact stuff.
Same exact thing.
You know, so to go back to that speech you gave me on the steps, it was the little things.
Little thing.
You know, that helped all of us, man, get to that point. You know, you was the leader, you was the ultimate leader.
Coming up, we continue our conversation with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed on the Ray Lewis Hall of Fame special.
You see, I ain't no big sack, man. I don't like sacks, man. I love See, sacks take me out of my game. I like running folks down. And
I like interceptions and touchdowns.
Busting up them screens.
And blocking punts.
I like,
You in the gutter.
I like that.
in the gun.
I like that bump and grind.
He like the trench work. That boy like to get down, down and dirty. I like busting up screens. I just like hitting quarterbacks. Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's my plan. That's a nice. I grab a quarterback and I bang, bang, bang all day on the quarterback.
Didn't have to be game day for Ray and Ed to enjoy being around football and each other. Let's rejoin that conversation between the Hall of Famer and future Hall of Famer as they take a look at the meaning of the word greatness.
How do you define, how do you define greatness?
Greatness is enduring, it's perseverance, you know, through it all, man. It's so much that comes at you to be great. You know, I can imagine. I think about, you know, a person who I idolize, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And the stuff he went through to become that dog in the league. Pistons forming him. You know, got Pittsburgh coming at us constantly.
Yeah.
You know, you got Magic them, he going to the hole, he can't get there.
Right.
Got the Colts. 2 years later, it's the Patriots.
Right.
So for me, it's perseverance, man. It's enduring. It's going through. You know what I'm saying? It's daily.
Yeah.
Man, I done played football. I played a lot of football.
Yeah.
You know, people ask me all the time, man, how you made them plays? Dude, I've been playing football since I was in my mom.
Right.
You know, so that wasn't the question, but I've seen guys work, man. I know how we worked at Miami, man, and I can think of all type of names, and I know they dogs and Hall of Famers, but nobody I've seen really do some stuff that you've done, bro. And you still here, you still wearing the weight vest, man. So I'm like, you know, you can't come back. They got you, bro. T.O. don't want to go because he want to play some more.
Right.
Nah, bro, go get your jacket, man. It's
get your
done.
jacket.
The days is done. You know, but nah, bro, for me, your name would come up in greatness.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not just because you're sitting in front of me. That's because I know the football, I know the man, I know the work, I know your heart.
Yeah.
When it came to your teammates, when it came to football, you know, you get your shirt off your back to the person if you had to.
Yeah.
You know, so. But greatness for me, man, when it's talking for what we talking about. Yeah, your name is in that, no doubt, man.
Yeah. You know what? I think about greatness from this standpoint, brother. Seriously. Greatness is the most loneliest thing that you'll ever do. But it's the most consistent thing that you have to commit to. What we started and what we finished for Ravens Nation, let me tell you something. If you don't ever do nothing else, take a walk in that city
Mm-hmm.
and see what type of love you feel from that city. Because that's what greatness is. Greatness is inspiring those that hope is lost. When you travel the streets, there are stories that you will never know that change people's lives.
Yeah. Games, plays.
Quick!
I know what you're saying, bro.
Quick! I'm gonna tell you the honest God and truth. I would love to see another duo that was more dominant than this duo.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about greatness. Greatness, bro. Stacked on top of each other day after day, month after month, surgery after surgery, up after up, down after down. And boy, we persevere.
Yeah. Still here.
Greatness ain't no one phase. Man, you know how many times I failed?
Keep on living.
Keep on living.
Old people say.
Keep on living.
Yeah, no doubt.
But what has happened, and I'll wrap it up with this, man. When this haul comes, this day comes, everybody that I got there had an intricate part in my life. And man to man, I don't know if I would have had as much fun and if I would have kept being as passionate as I was if I didn't play with you as a teammate. That's brother to brother. I'm telling you, man, I watch films of us now, boy, and I get teary-eyed because nobody don't know the sacrifice. I died there on that gridiron for 20.
We're still telling them stories, man.
Hey.
Still telling them stories.
I can't stop telling them.
Still got that ab sheet, Monty.
I still got it. We still got it. We still got it.
Yeah. Man, I remember we spending in your gym in your house. The first time. Dude, I'm hurt. It's just like, come on, man. Up, down. What is this? What are we doing? You're gonna be right. You're gonna be right. No, I'm not right now.
There was nothing we didn't try to
man.
be great.
That's true, man.
That's what I love about what greatness really is. There was nothing we did not try to be great. I think we tried everything it was to be great.
Yeah.
And that's what now Franco Harris looked at me and Derrick Brooks looked at me and Marcus Allen and all these guys, man. And they said, welcome home. Welcome home. And bro, I know you got a minute, but I'm telling you now, I'm looking at these two jerseys, 52 and 20, but I'm telling you something. Welcome home.
Bro.
Welcome home. I'm gonna represent this gold jacket because greatness don't stop once you understand it's a lifestyle.
Word.
We made it a lifestyle, my brother.
No doubt.
I appreciate you, boy.
Man, let's go get us a cigar.
Let's go get us a cigar. Ah, my man.
Coming up, Ray Lewis reflects on the impact Enshrinement Weekend had on his life.
The Ray Lewis Hall of Fame special is brought to you by M&T Bank, proud to be the official bank of your Baltimore Ravens. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Verizon, the official wireless voice, internet, and cable service provider of the Baltimore Ravens.
Welcome back. Throughout Enshrinement Weekend, Ray Lewis had the ability to be in the moment, from the parade to the gold jacket dinner to the enshrinement speech. Each step along the way, he made sure not to miss a second of it, to fully immerse himself. Sounds a little bit like the way he played the game of football.
I'm in the room with Broadway Joe. I'm in the room with Dick Buckers, the Willie Laniers. Like, I'm in that room. It's something you're gonna go through, it's something you're gonna experience, and you're not gonna understand it and to a certain thing. So you talk about the up and down, just roller coaster of emotions, just raw emotions, to the time that you actually get to spend with family, to share this moment with. I've been like a kid all over again. It's been one heck of a ride this week, and I am so glad I sat back and I took every moment of every day in.
Baltimore! Baltimore! Baltimore!
When I was writing my speech a while ago, and I knew it was a bunch of, Baltimore represented in a major way, I was writing it, and I wasn't gonna tell him because I knew if I would have told him too early that they would have kind of got out. And so we were smoking a cigar, and I said, bro, listen, when I call Baltimore, like, we doing the dance. And he was like, I'm in. It was really appropriate because we started it. We was the first two ever drafted, and then go to the Hall of Fame. That within itself, so I thought it was appropriate for us to share that moment. I need Baltimore to share this jacket. I need young kids to put on this jacket, because I was that kid that was too small. I was that kid that told I wasn't big enough. I was that kid that told I couldn't make it. At the end of the day, I walked in Baltimore at 19 years old, and I'm now 43 years old. And what that city done for me, I want my legacy to ultimately go down to where we made that city better.
Took 17 seasons and then a 5-year wait before Ray Lewis finally got to Canton, where he is now and forever a football immortal, a status he has actually held with Ravens fans for a long time.
I'll give a shout out to my man number 52, Ray Lou. Thank you for everything you've ever done for Baltimore. You're an inspiration to everybody in my city.
The pride that I feel and the city feels is the same pride that we feel when a member of our family has made it. In fact, you are our family. Congratulations.
What time is it? Hall of Fame time. What time is it?
Hall of Fame time. Congrats to getting into the Hall of Fame.
Baltimore loves you, Ray. We love you, number 52.
I remember being a young kid, saving every dollar of my allowance to buy a Ray Lewis jersey. As I got older, I really tried to live my life by your saying, if tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give for today? I just couldn't be more proud to be a Ravens fan based on everything you represent, and you're a big reason why I got this.
Congrats, Ray Lewis.
Congratulations, Ray.
Thank you so much for everything you've done for Baltimore. Congratulations on your induction to the Hall of Fame. Thanks for all the electricity you brought to all the Ravens fans, and for being a true Raven and showing us the Baltimore way.
Congrats, Ray Lewis, for making it to the Hall of Fame.
From the Navy Gold Star program of Naval District, Washington. Thank you so much for what you've done for the Baltimore Ravens. We wish you much luck and success. Way to go, Ray.
Woo! Ray, thanks for your years with the Ravens. I appreciate your motivation and your hard work.
In your Morgan State speech, when you said, "God, can you hear me now?" I've had a moment like that, and it's motivated me the past 8 years of my life. Thank you and congratulations.
Ray's inspiration has given me the chance to give the kids in Baltimore City the motivation they need. I actually coach youth lacrosse, and in my lacrosse program, I give those kids some of the same exact speeches that Ray gives when he goes out around the country.
You inspire me to play football. I've been playing football for 4 years. I'm going on to my 5th year, and I'm in 9th grade, and I'm going to play football next year. So thank you and congratulations.
We love you, Ray.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ray Lewis.
Baltimore loves you, Ray.
You earned it, Ray.
Congrats, Ray.
You had an amazing career.
Congratulations.
We love you, Ray. Congratulations.
Thanks for the memories, Ray. Congratulations. You've done a lot of great service for the purple and black. You know what I'm talking about? I got you on, baby. Salute.
The beginning of the playoffs also marks the beginning of the end for Ray Lewis. The Ravens' future Hall of Fame linebacker will retire following this postseason, and that makes this his final home game as a Baltimore Raven. Listen in as the last dance begins in Baltimore.
Talking about a last dance, that's a memory that lingers. Part of the magic of Ray Lewis wasn't just what we can measure with statistics. And believe me, there's a long list there. 2 Super Bowl wins, 2-time defensive MVP, 13 trips to the Pro Bowl. But the real magic was his ability to condense it all down into a moment. How about 2000, when he takes the ball away from Eddie George, takes off for the end zone, and every Ravens fan knew this team was going to the Super Bowl. 2009, game on the line in San Diego, Ray Lewis right there for the tackle that seals the win for the Ravens. That's the magic of Ray Lewis. And as we began tonight with his first game as a Raven, only fitting we end with the last game, a game that took the magic right down to the final play.
For Ray Lewis, this evening marks the final stop on the final ride. It's Super Bowl 47.
Hey, let's go, man. The journey ends when we get done. The journey ends in 60 minutes, in 3.5 hours. That's when the journey ends. We ain't finished yet, and they're in the way. And when they're in the way, we gotta be pissed off. We know what we're here for. It's war. It's time. Pass it. Quick, quick, quick. I'm gone. I'm gone. Alert motion. Hey, there's a bird going up. I told you, the same route. It's the same route. Let's go, man. One play. One play. One play, dude. Let's go.
Kaepernick lob to the end zone. Incomplete. Ray Lewis and the defense deliver and stop the 49ers at the 5.
Hey, bro. Take this. Love you, boy. Hey, boy. Hey. Hey, man. Hey, boy. Don't get any better than this, my man.
Hey, baby.
You got it.
Whoa. Good job, man.
Oh, man.
The Baltimore Ravens are Super Bowl champions.
When you start something, finish it. Finish it on your terms. And the 2012 Ravens, we finished it on our terms. We went on a ride that I'm telling you, ain't too many teams will ever go on. Coach Harbs, he figured us out. He found ways to start tapping into our buttons, to unleash us, to bring that trophy again to Baltimore, to my city, to bring that trophy to Art Modell, to my city. To do it that way, that's the Ravens way. That's the Ravens way.